Hi guys. So I am just waiting for my chips to cook. People are asking why I'm wearing a waist trainer. Why am I wearing a waist trainer, I hear you say? Well, my darlings, I have horrible periods. And I don't know if you've ever seen a girl before, but she's like hugging her stomach like that. Like literally, when I have periods, it hurts so bad. I get really bad stomach cramps. I get backache. I used to use my hot water bottle all the time. Like, would literally burn my skin dark red, and it was the most horriblest thing that actually left like red markings on my skin. And I realised that, you know, hot water burning my skin didn't get rid of the pain. It didn't touch the pain of the cramps from periods. So normally when I'm on my period, I ball up really tight into like a little nugget like this, and then I'm like and I just kind of hug my stomach, dig my arms right in, and just trying to get to the pain, because I don't take painkillers for periods or anything like that. I don't believe in kind of putting things into your body that you shouldn't with medication, because with something like that you're always going to get a side effect. So yeah, wearing a waist trainer during my period gives me that kind of hug that I need, that's like to get to that cramping pain, and it's not half as bad. You guys are probably like, what the hell, we're men, we don't need to know this. But people keep asking me why you're wearing a waist trainer, and it's because I'm on my period, and it really does help me. So if you know any ladies who suffer really badly with menstrual cramps, then definitely say to them, you know, get a waist trainer. I'm not selling them, by the way. You know, there's not a specific one that I would recommend. You know, I don't profit from telling people these things, but that's just why, because people keep asking. I am, however, wearing my P90X3 shirt. My dog's barking. Woof. Which I got for completing P90X3 from Beachbody, and I'm very proud of it. I think on the back it says nailed it. Here it does, nailed it. So after you complete a Beachbody program, they give you a t-shirt, and that's cool. I've also got an Insanity P90X. What other ones have I done? I've done a few. I've done the Pilates one, which was really good. Home workouts anyway, guys. So Shake says, how are you? I'm just cooking chips, would you believe? Chippies in a waist trainer, cooking chips. Summer holidays, obviously, the kids are off school, and they say, Mom, we want chips. So I was like, okay, I will make you chips, but you're going to have potato chips. You're not going to get them frozen crap. So I'm just steaming some Maris Piper potatoes. They're so tasty. Then I'm just going to oven roast them in some rapeseed oil, because rapeseed's the best. So there you are, my darlings. British rapeseed oil. And then I'll pop them in the oven. And then we'll just have them as a little snack, because the kids want to watch a film. So I hope you're all having a really awesome Wednesday today. I posted a transformation picture earlier. From when I was 19, or 18 rather, because I was blonde, up until today. I just took the picture a minute ago. As you can see, I'm wearing the same stuff. Gary says, will you cook for me? Yes, Gary, of course. Love cooking. I cook constantly. The kids have just had some veggie rice, actually, for lunch, which was a kind of dinner. I do the dinner at the biggest part of the day for lunch, and then we have like a small snack in the evening. So I did it the other way around, because I'm most active during the day. Don't want to sit there in the evening and eat a big meal and then it all sits on you. So yeah, fit tip, guys. But eat little and often, and aim for 6 meals a day. I know it's probably quite hard. 3 meals a day are probably more doable when you're rushing around in life, but definitely make the middle of your day the biggest meal. That's what I found really does make a difference for me, and I'm not sat there like with indigestion at night trying to get to sleep. Michael says, I've seen them. What have you seen, Michael? Is that the transformation pictures, do you mean? So, you know, people look at transformations, and they're all like, you know, you got to lose 10 stone in weight and look like half the person that you were. Actually, I gained weight. Madness, isn't it, to think? I've always used fitness as a way to gain weight. Not that I struggle with weight gain, because, you know, you eat crap, you're going to get fat. Like, it's quite simple to get fat. More so, I use fitness to build muscle, and that's the weight that I want. Gary says, red shorts on, must be that time of the month. Yes, it is. It's that time of the month. I'm on my period. Always wear red shorts, just in case. You can never be too sure, Gary. Don't wear white shorts. Mother Nature comes knocking. And yeah, waist trainer, because it gives me that little hug when I'm cramping up and feeling rubbish. I'm like, oh. So yes, I use fitness to gain weight, build muscle, get strong, get stamina, strength, adrenaline. You know, that's what it's all about, guys. And I see it that, you know, when I was a teenager, I probably still am quite easily influenced by images that you see. Unrealistic images, I'd just like to add. Richard says you're gaining in all the right spots. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, you know, back then, I guess the kind of role models were Jordan and Paris Hilton. I don't know if you have Jordan across the world. She's like a female glamour model from the UK. She kind of looks like a Barbie doll, peroxide blonde hair, massive tits, like massive tits, loved her tits. And people say to me like, oh, you know, you preach about being natural, but then you've got fake boobs and Botox and lip fillers and stuff like that. Like, okay, I totally understand that. Probably does sound a little bit hypocritical. And obviously when I do photo shoots, yes, I do wear fake hair. When I do bodybuilding contests, yes, I do have to wear fake tan because it's part of the bodybuilding world. So I can be glam. That's fine. Everyone can be glam. Day to day, this is my makeup. This wonky piece of eyeliner that I put on that I'm rubbish at. My face is my face. You know, my eyebrows are my actual eyebrows. They're my actual hair. You know, I haven't changed that. These are my natural eyebrows. It's just I overplucked them when I was probably about 14. And then my eyebrows just, one finished part way, I don't know if you can see where it ends, one finished here. So I just had some hairlines put back in, because it's kind of a bit like alopecia. You know, I pulled my hair out, and it didn't come back, which is really scary. Gary says, are you dating yet? Gary, you troublemaker. No comments. So yeah, and then obviously, you know, as I get older, I am an influencer, a blogger. I started off in fitness, moved into nutrition, moved into lifestyle, beauty, fashion. You know, I'm not the most beautiful person in the world, never will be. I'm not the most stylish. God, I'm a complete tomboy. I live in trainers, for God's sake. So I'm never going to be a fashionista, am I? But at the same time, when people ask me, will you wear this? Will you try this? Will you give your opinion on this? As a journalist, it's my job to say, okay, I'm going to be unbiased. I will be honest. And I will tell you what it looks like, what it feels like, if I would do it again or not. And the things that I have are temporary. So, you know, I'm not sticking an extra head on my body. Yes, I have breasts, which are permanent until you remove them. The reason I got fake breasts is because as a young lady, the age of 18, I waited many years for my breasts to grow. And it wasn't about wanting big breasts, it was about having breasts. I have got pictures on my blog, www.tracykiss.com, of my breasts pre-surgery. And I have a hormone imbalance, which I was born with. It's a genetic disorder where my body develops differently. So my breasts were 2 different sizes, very noticeably different sized, 2 different heights. So one was down here, one was up here, and they both pointed opposite directions, the nipples. So imagine somebody that can go cross-eyed. I can't go cross-eyed. Imagine one eye was here and one eye was here, and then both eyes faced outwards, but one eye was swollen. That was what my boobs were like. I didn't have boobs. I was deformed. So I saved up my own personal money as a teenager, worked long hours, studied, bought myself breasts, because without them, even wearing a bra, one was in the bra, one wasn't in the bra. You know, if a guy had that, you would have it corrected. If you had, you know, anybody would have it corrected. So for me, it wasn't about wanting big breasts. It was just wanting normal. I just wanted norm. And it's weird, like, what do you call normal? But for me, sorry, that was my phone ringing. So yeah, that's why I purchased fake breasts. And then obviously there was this whole medical scandal where fake breasts that were used across the UK for the NHS and private clinics. Mine was a private clinic in Harley Street in London, costing £4,000. Non-medical grade silicone was switched for the implants, which was illegal. my implants leaked into me after I had my son, my second child, and had to be removed in emergency reconstruction. So I have gone on to have, in total, 3 breast surgeries. I only ever wanted the one, just to correct what I naturally had that was disfigured. I ended up having 3 surgeries, and it's been such a struggle. And yes, because of that, my natural breast tissue was scraped away. I was left with a giant hole in my chest, like a cancer patient would be, a mastectomy. And because of that, they had to fill up the deficit. So if a normal implant went in, I would be flat. Like, it would just take up the hole. I'd be flat. And they said, you're a tall girl, you know, you've got a body shape, you need to have breasts that fit your body. And as a result, I ended up having to have bigger breasts because of my reconstruction. I went from a double D when I was 18 to a double F now. And I like big boobs. I like fake boobs. It wasn't, as I say, originally my choice to have them this large, but it's something that through a medical scam that affected hundreds of thousands of women, that's what I was left with. And again, that was private. It was never through the NHS or anything. I've never asked for help with treatment. I've always paid for it myself. So likewise, as you'll see, I have had Botox last week to my forehead, because where I always used to squint before having my eyes lasered, I would always be like that, very short-sighted, everything was blurry. My doctor said that I was getting headaches because my eyesight was bad. So I had my eyes tested, and contact lenses dried out my eyes, so I had my eyes lasered as a way to make sure that I was legally safe to drive. So I've had my eyes lasered. As a result, I was left with deep lines in my head where I constantly screwed up my face to be able to see properly. So having Botox, which again is a temporary treatment, it lasts 3 to 4 months. I haven't always had Botox. I've had it twice now, and I'm 30. And that was, again, started through curiosity. I don't want to look fake. That's not my intention, you know. I do have wrinkles on my face. I have spots from my period which pop up. It's life, you know, we're all human. But those deep furrows that were there from squinting through poor eyesight are now a little bit more evened out, and I really like it. So, you know, turning 30, why not? At the same time, as I say, I really don't want to look fake. Some people might think that I do look fake. They might think I've had shitloads of work done. I haven't. I just look like this. This is how I look. And even, you know, my whole life, even, people would say to me, you're pouting or you're doing this. No, I just have a very pronounced mouth area. I feel like I look like Homer Simpson. Like that's how I feel, which is, you know, it's just one of those things, really. I'm Hungarian heritage, and I don't know if you know what Hungarian girls look like, or Hungarian guys, but guys are typically, you know, we have big foreheads and big noses. I don't know if you can see my nose. This is the thing, you know, we're very butch, strong, muscly, kind of, you know, work in fields. So I'm not a girly girl in that sense. As I say, I've got big feet, really tall, long legs, and that's me. You know, I'm never going to be like a little delicate ballerina. I am quite a butch girl. So yeah, and I used fitness rather than, when I was younger, being told to starve myself and to look as skinny as possible, and, you know, wearing shitloads of makeup, like not just a little bit, shitloads. Hair extensions, nail extensions, so you couldn't even, if you had an itch on your leg, you couldn't scratch it because your nails are plastic and it doesn't even get sharp. Like, all the silly crap I wasted so many years of my life just being, you know, paranoid, just looking at life and thinking, oh, I hate my body, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not pretty enough, my hair isn't long enough, my hair isn't thick enough. I just think, why? Why worry yourself about that? Who's telling you how you should or shouldn't look? You know, is that society? Because weirdly enough, society are all normal looking people. All people are normal. So, you know, like, why pain yourself and worry about not being you? You know, you're the best person to be yourself. And if people don't accept you like that, well, do you know what? They're probably not nice people then. Because I accept everyone for being who they are. I don't think that they should be someone else. You know, I'd never say to somebody, I'll only date you if you shave your beard off or something. No. God, no. Let someone be themselves. I think it's ridiculous, you know, how we put such a weight on how you should or shouldn't look. And it should never have been that way in the first place. Natasha says, what are you going to cook today? So my children want chips. I don't do oven chips. I'm making just some hand-cooked chips. When I say oven chips, you know, guys, I mean frozen chips, like processed in a bag in the freezer. I'm going to cook these in the oven before I get called a hypocrite for saying oven chips that I'm putting in the oven. My washing is just drying there. I have my pants drying. Oh, here we go. They're nice and soft. I just steamed some Maris Piper potatoes. I love my steamer. So good. Here we go. And I'm going to pop some rapeseed oil on them. Put them in the oven. Yummy yum. Only takes a minute or so. The longest time is just oven roasting them. You want to cook them slow. So they go crunchy. Gary says, God made us the way we are. We are happy and loved. Yeah, exactly. And do you know what? It's taken me, Gary, it's taken me 30 years nearly to realise that. I'll be 30 in October. I spent so many years as a toned, tight little teenager with big boobs and blonde hair, worrying about how I looked, thinking that I was fat, thinking that I was ugly, which again is someone's, you know, personal perception. I don't think I'm anything special now. You know, I'm no different. I'm just a bit older. I can get my chippies in. And now I look back and I think, oh my God, I was 18. I had no stretch marks. I had youthful, plump skin, you know, good complexion. Why the hell was I not happy? Oh, I know why I wasn't happy. Because society told me that I wouldn't ever be good enough. You know, and even the celebrities, sorry, I've got to wash my pots, I'm an OCD freak, I have to make sure it's clean. Even celebrities, you know, that are super famous, that have a whole team of people cooking for them and training them, and makeup artists and hairstylists that follow them around and stuff, they're not happy with how they look. And you're like, why? People would like literally die to be in their shoes to look like that. They're not happy because nobody is born to be perfect, you know, and nobody's ever going to feel like they're enough, which is sad because, you know, as children, when you're a little tot, here I'm trying to get down so I can see you. When you're a little tot, we tell all children that they're beautiful and they're loved, and we heap children with praises. You know, we'll say to them, you're so clever, or you're so strong, or you're so tall. You know, like, we clap them for jumping on the spot on one leg. We're like, yes, you're so clever, well done. Yet when we get to an adult, everybody tears into each other. They'll say like, oh, you know, you're ugly, or look at you, who do you think you are? Like, for some reason, children are praised, but then as soon as they start growing up, as soon as they even get to a teenager years, they're ripped to shred, criticised for everything, put down. You know, you just absolutely tear to shreds the way someone looks. So why is that change from how you'd praise a child to then how you'd absolutely destroy an adult? I really don't understand. What happened to that love? What happened to that respect and praise? Sandy says, good morning. Good morning, Sandy. Yay. So happy you're here. Love it when you join. Mohammed says, you're looking so beautiful. So I'm really tired. Like, I've just been finding it so hard to sleep recently, which is really annoying. I have a new mattress come in, which will probably help. And I'm on my period, which is always a struggle because I get really hot at night when I sleep in. When I'm on my period, and I get stomach cramps that keeps me awake, and I'm like, and then I get spots, and then I'm just like, blah. But I'm still happy. I'm still full of energy. I just am a little bit sleep deprived, and I've been working long hours, which probably hasn't helped. But yes, I was, you know, just talking about beauty, and I think beauty is one of those things that, you know, the more you look for it, the less you're going to find it. The more you are just chilled out, happy being yourself, you know, and embracing what you naturally have, then I think that's when you find your happy place. You know, I'm back to my natural hair colour rather than min peroxide blonde. I don't straighten my hair even. I finger comb my hair. This is what I do. Finger comb my hair. Have a few highlights every now and then. But my hair colour is this colour. I'm naturally a dark blonde, which makes my eyelashes really pale. Looks like I never have eyelashes unless I put on mascara. But I don't like mascara because it goes all over your face and then you can't go out in the rain and stuff. So I never wear mascara, only for photo shoots. As I say, my nails, my natural nails, look at that one, that's chipped as hell. Natural nails. I don't use sunbeds anymore, only when, you know, I used sunbeds just before I did my bodybuilding contest. That was the last time, because you have to be tanned, and I didn't want to go bright orange. I wanted to have like a little bit brown so I didn't look like a biscuit. But actually putting fake tan on top of sunbed tan didn't really make too much of a difference, really. I don't think it saved me from going orange. It's just the look of what they go for. So they put so much tan on you. What else don't I do anymore? No, yeah, I don't bleach my hair. I don't wear fake nails. I don't tan anymore. I do sunbathe in my garden though. I like to sunbathe naked so I don't get white lines. You know, but actually I haven't sunbathed in quite a while. Gary says, have a great day. Some of us have to go to make money to pay the bills. Oh, well done, Gary. I work from home, so, you know, I don't have to go to a 9 to 5, which I'm very fortunate for. But yes, it's harder working from home, I believe, because not only do you have to raise children, you then also never switch off, as I find. I'm up writing features like literally day and night, editing videos, making content. It's a long old way to do. A 9 to 5 would be quite easy, I think, in comparison. Yes, Millie, my doodle donk.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? I've just got some chippies in the oven.
Chips.
She's looking for snacks. Chips are in the oven. They'll
Wait,
be ready
are
soon.
they homemade chips?
Yes, of course.
Yes. I love homemade chips.
Good. I'm going to make sure that... Oh, yeah, they're not burning. They're at 180. That's fine. I'll bring them in when they're ready, honey buns.
Can we have cheese rice? Pretty good, please.
Just chippies. You've had your dinner. You've had risotto.
I want cheese rice and chips.
She's like, I want more food. Chips are fine, my doodles. It's just a snack. You've had dinner, darling.
Did you notice that Rupee was next to me?
Yeah, Rupert's laying on the chair. Where is he?
I don't think you can see him.
So I feel like I've had a bit of a rant today. Sorry, guys. But, yeah. You know, like when you're on your period and you just want to be like... things that annoy you will get to you. And yeah, as I say, I've had lip fillers. I've had Botox. Had temporary cosmetic treatments.
Here we go. He's sleepy.
But do you know what? I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to. And if I ever start looking like a fake robot, I hope you will tell me. I'm sure enough people will tell me. Buy my doodles. I'll bring it in when it's ready. But yeah, I just think... Okay.
I heard what you said about the chips.
Okay, doodles. But yeah, you know, I just think as a whole, to me, we should just embrace our natural look, you know. You don't have to be in tons of makeup, always wearing matching underwear, or doesn't matter if your socks have got holes in them. You just want to rock around in trainers because high heels hurt. Like, you know, just to be normal without feeling like you're going to be judged. You know, so many people feel like they have to constantly like be on parade and be on show and put on a brave front and a brave face and look their best because they don't want others to think that they're not their best. But actually, like, just be yourself. Just be yourself. You know, I wouldn't, as a teenager, even as a young adult, I wouldn't leave my house without makeup on. Now I'm like, I'll go and cut my hedge in my pyjamas, and I do. I actually cut my hedge in my pyjamas today, as it happens. It's just one of those things, you know, and I don't think we should be so consumed with how we look. Yes, it's nice to have little treats and pampers and, you know, tweak and look a little bit more polished and feel a little bit better about our appearance. There's nothing wrong with feeling good about your appearance. But don't let it be the be all and end all in life, you know, like be happy with what you were born with, because, you know, we kind of spend our whole life trying to run away from ourselves and become what society wants us to become and fit in with everyone else. You know, the whole world wants to look like Kylie Jenner. I don't want to look like Kylie Jenner. I think she's gorgeous when she's all done up. See, anyone without makeup, we all look the same. You know, no one is going to be like knockout when they're naturally them compared to how they are with makeup. You're always going to prefer somebody when they are looking their best rather than how they look when they're the kind of most exposed and natural that they could possibly be. So, you know, I would rather people know me for looking like me rather than walk down the street and nobody recognizes you because you look like a different person when you're done up. You know, if that makes sense. I'm not saying I want to be recognized. I'm just saying that if you were to walk down the street and not have your normal hair, makeup and everything in place and looking immaculate, you know, someone will come up to you and say, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Are you ill? You look so different. What's happened? Are you homeless now or something? You know, you don't want someone thinking there's something wrong just because you're not constantly on form. So I think, you know, live every day for actually living. You know, have fun, do nice things. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to be rich and perfect to have a good life. Just enjoy life, and don't put so much stress and so much pressure on looking a certain way, because, you know, society or they or people, whatever you want to name it, really don't care about how you look. And the people that troll and the people that give you these kind of nasty remarks, I just think they're not happy in themselves anyway. And the only way to be a good person is to spread positivity, you know, be kind to others and treat them how you want to be treated. Mohammed says the first time live. This is the first time you've joined me, Mohammed. Thank you very much. Hi. Hope you're having a nice time. Sorry for my little kind of blah. I think it happens to every girl, you know, when you're on your period, you want to put the world to rights. And I'm very thankful that you are listening to my ranting. Michael says, happy Wednesday morning, gorgeous. Happy Wednesday, my darlings. Hope you're having an awesome hump day. We're halfway through the week. Woo, for the weekend, yes. So I'm just chilling out in my kitchen waiting for my chips to cook. I'll keep an eye on them. Sajid said, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. I have awful stomach cramps right now. Yeah, I never really complain, never really say that I'm feeling rubbish. Stomach cramps. Oh, so I put on a waist trainer. It helps with my period. Darren says, how is your mum? She's very well, thank you. Like, doing so well now that she's at home. Giving her some time to rest and recuperate, then I'll be decorating again at her house. I didn't know that she spent a few days on a nebulizer in hospital when she had her cancer surgery because a quarter of her lung collapsed, and she didn't want to tell anyone because she didn't want them to worry. And it's scary as hell to think, like, you know, my mum couldn't breathe. Her lung tried to collapse. Well, did collapse, and they had to reinflate it and help her to breathe. And that's why she was in intensive care for 3 days, which was horrible. And the fact that she didn't want to tell anyone because she didn't want to worry us. But, you know, look, what if something bad had happened and we hadn't have been there, you know? It's just scary, but it's kind of the way that she's always raised us, is not to kind of burden other people with your problems, just to kind of do something, get through it, and then tell people afterwards. Like, so that you say, like, oh, something really bad just happened, but it's okay, I'm all right now. Actually, do you know what? She needs to know that whatever she's going through, she can open up. And it's, I guess, you know, I'm guilty of that as well. I kind of don't tell people about horrific things until after, when it's all dealt with and I'm okay again. And yeah, I can see why she does it, to protect us, but it's kind of, you know, scary at the same time. And Susie says she's an amazing, lovely lady. Oh, she's the best, Susie. I'm so blessed to have her as my mum. Like, so blessed. And I will be popping over with the kids when she's had a nice little rest, and doing some more DIY for her. I love DIY. Zakia says, nice looking, the perfect face. Thank you, Zakia. Even with dark circles and bags under my eyes, spots from my period, and frizzy hair, because I always have frizzy hair. I don't straighten it. I don't want to damage it. Rizwan says, cute. Cody says, seems like you are a druggist. A druggist? What's a druggist? Like a pharmacist or a druggie? Oh my God, I don't know. Can you clarify, Cody? I'd just like to say that I don't do drugs. I don't even take paracetamol for my stomach cramps, my horrible period. Don't take any medication other than iron tablets, because I'm anemic without them. Sandy says, always so awesome to see you. Awesome to see you too, Sandy. Hi. Hope you're waving back. Rogie says, beautiful. I'm in Dubai. Oh, amazing. Hope you're having a lovely time. What's it like there now? Is it really hot, or like, how does the seasons change and differ from England? Nell says, hi. Hi, Nell. Rick says, your mum has a very beautiful daughter. Oh, thank you, Rick. I'm very blessed that my mum is a very natural lady. And she was never a girly girl in that sense. She was a country girl, working hard, and kind of showed me to be myself, really. Taught me everything that I kind of see and believe today. Cody says, druggy, you're talking a lot. Because, oh look, I can still frown. Frown lines. No, I do not talk because I'm on drugs. I talk because I have a mouth and I like to speak. If people who take drugs like to talk a lot, then that's up to them. But no, I'm not on drugs because I'm talking. I'm not on drugs at all. Just like to clear that one up. Joe says hi. Safe says hi. Hi guys. Manoj says hi. And Rick says, how about morning purr? Good morning. So just cooking some chippies for the kids. Waiting for my washing to dry because it's like a really random day. I think we're just going to get rain for the rest of the summer now in England. Carl says, please dance. Please dance. Carl, I can't dance. I'm rubbish at dance. If I could, I would dance. Rogie says, your name. What timing Dubai coming? My name is Tracy. Tracy Kiss is my real name, not a stage name, guys. It's Hungarian. And that's why I'm called Kiss. I haven't ever been to Dubai. I'd love to come visit one day, but I've been a single mum with 2 kids. I'm not made of money, and my son is autistic, so finds anything out of routine very difficult to handle. So taking him on a holiday while he's young is probably not the best option at the minute, but maybe in years to come that would be lovely. Curdy says, for women, it's nice to be quiet, not like you. Screw that, Curdy. What country are you in if you think women can't talk? Seriously. No, I will speak. And I will very happily speak day and night. Never tell anyone not to speak. God, how rude. You know, if somebody wants to talk to me, I will listen. If somebody wants to open up their heart to me, have a conversation, I will listen. If you don't want to watch me, please click the exit button. You are not under duress. God, it's not the 1900s. Sigur says, hi. Hi, Sigur. Pardeep says, so sweet. Thank you. Dennis says, your kids are wonderful. You know, my kids are my world. They're just the happiest little people. And I love that they're so open and honest and literal about everything in life. They haven't got to the age yet, you know, when they're 9 and 5, they haven't been spoiled by the world. They haven't become bitter and twisted and resentful or heartbroken. And it's such a beautiful innocence where people are just themselves. Kids are kids. And that kind of happiness and living in the moment and being grateful for life, it gradually tapers off the older you get. The magic goes from life. So it's something that I want to preserve for as long as possible. And I'm blessed to have my 2 children. So, so blessed. Carl says, how old are you? I'm 29. I'm going to be 30 in October. I don't have the easiest life. I work my arse off. I don't sleep. And I have 2 energetic children. So, you know, I probably look like I'm 89 rather than 29. But, you know, each to their own. Ren says hello. Hi, Renz. Hazar says hi. Rick says, I could listen to you 24 hours a day. Ah, Rick, they're so kind. God, how rude it is to tell someone that women can't talk. Not that I'm a feminist, you know. I'm probably, you know what, I'll probably say I'm the opposite of a feminist. Because I don't like it when girls are kind of like, oh, I'm too weak. Oh, I can't walk across the mud. Oh, I'm wearing heels. Like, you know, they really don't speak in a voice like that. Oh my God, you're a woman. What excuse are you making? Yes, you can do everything a man can do and then some. Like, nobody is better than anyone else. Nobody is more capable than anyone else. It's all in the mind. And when girls play that kind of sissy kind of princess card, I'm just like, oh, for God's sake, like, you know, it annoys me. I think kind of, you know, suck it up, princess, man up. Stand your ground, work your ass off and have a good life. Like, don't expect some man to support you and feed you and do everything for you, you know. Not that I'm saying men can't do that. It's each to their own. But I just think I wouldn't want someone else to be responsible for my life. You know, my life is my life. Yes, Dennis, girl power. Girl power. But then not girl power that girls should be treated with special attention, you know. No. Everyone should just be themselves. Reggie says, you not have Dubai, no send me. Eh? Sorry, I think it's a bit lost in translation. I don't know what you mean, my darling. SK says, you. Jojo says, Barbie doll. And Rick says, not here in the USA would you ever be quieted. You're an angel and you look in your looks and inner beauty. Thank you, Rick. High five for America. Team America. That's the thing, like, I think, you know, the whole world is used to the way that they are. Different cultures, different opinions, beliefs, religions, everything. Like how I've been raised is probably a million miles away from how Argentina is raised, you know, or something like that. You know, we're all different. We all have our different ways and different beliefs. As Jazz says, I'm from Pakistan. Hi. Gosh, that's miles away, isn't it? Sheikh says, wow. And Santosh says, Nazi, N-A-S-I. Don't know what that means. Does that mean nice or Nazi? Oh my God, I have no idea. Rick says, you're very welcome. Thank you, Rick. Rickadoodles. Cody says, where the hell come from and where do you live? That seems really aggressive, Cody. I'm not going to answer that. I am going to block you. So as soon as I've done this video, you're going to be blocked, Cody. There you go. So you get for being aggressive. But yeah, as I say, each their own. And I think we all deserve to live in peace, harmony and happiness. We all deserve to be ourselves. We all deserve freedom of speech. And you should never tell someone they can or can't do something because of their age, their gender, their religion, anything like that. I just think that's unfair because life is for living and we are all in the same situation. We're all on the same planet. We all deserve to have a life. Cody says, I was joking. Cody, I'm not going to respond to you anymore. You are going to be blocked. Please do not be cruel to people. I would never expect to do that to somebody else, so please don't do that to me. And Jazz says, so beautiful. So guys, what do you find as beauty? You know, what do you deem? Every different country seems to have this, you know, ideal of beauty. And I think we look at women for beauty. We say, which women do you find the most beautiful? But actually, men are beautiful. Children are beautiful. Animals are beautiful. Plants and trees and nature is beautiful. What do you find most beautiful in life? Danish says, you are so beautiful. Oh, thank you, guys. Sandy says, I wish I could give you a big hug, sweetie. You're so awesome. I'm so glad your mum is home and doing good. God bless you. Thank you, Sandy. I've got a big hug waiting for you. Big hug like this. This is a big hug. There we go, guys. I have a nice hug right now. I need to also hug my tummy from my stomach cramps, which is, guys, you are seriously lucky that you don't get periods. So lucky. Dennis says, yes, and Mike says, how are you? Very well, my darlings. Going to test the chippies. Going to test the chippies for my kiddoodles because they want a little snack. And I'm instead of oven chips, which I am cooking homemade chips in the oven. Just some potatoes. Jazz says you speak so good. I actually had speech therapy when I was a child because, ooh, hot oven. Because I spoke with a lisp and, you know, they're cooking fine. A few more minutes, my darlings. I spoke with a lisp and I still am kind of a little bit paranoid about it now. I couldn't say, oh my God, this is going to make me twitch. 6 sizzling sausages. 6 sizzling sausages. I used to be really and salivary. So I had speech therapy as a child. I think, how old would I have been? Maybe 7, I think I was at the time. And I was taught how to pronounce my words properly in order to overcome my speech issue. I had a lisp like that. I used to be, and I guess being called Tracy Kiss with a lisp, you know, is one of those things. So I couldn't say my name properly. Now I can. So that's why I speak the way I do, my darlings. And I've always spoke that way ever since. Rick says your values, morals, and your looks, the way you take care of your family, is #1. Oh, thank you, Rick. Thank you so much. Like, you know, we all just live how we choose to live. And there is no right or wrong in life, I don't think. You know, how you are is you. You know, you're not going to be someone else. You're always going to be yourself, and you should just embrace that, you know. Lorenzo says hi Lorenzo. Antonio says good morning, Antonio. Rick says that's where you got your great purring from. No, that actually came from my cat. My cat taught me to purr. I had a kitten when I was, how old would I have been then? Probably 10 or so. My kitten was a Burmese. She was a grey colour. She's beautiful. Or they call them blue Burmese, but it's actually a grey colour. And yeah, she used to purr to me. So my way of speaking to her was through purr. So I'd and she'd kind of hop around, but she was ran over when I was a child. So she didn't last for very long, bless her. Probably had her about 6 months, I think it was. But yeah, she was the lovely little soul that taught me to purr. And now I have 2 cats. I have Tobias, who's a black Bombay, and I have Rupert, who is a brown tabby. and they're my little tigers. I don't know where they are. I also have a chihuahua called Joey, Mr. Joseph Bones, and a rabbit called Patches. So I have a little menagerie of animals and 2 children. So, you know, I'm always kept on my toes. Hakeem says, a beautiful tattoo on your leg. Thank you, Hakeem. It's a butterfly. Do you know what I love about butterflies? It was the whole notion that when you think the world is ending, much like a caterpillar, you know, you think, that's it, my time's up, I'm done now. That's when you transform into something beautiful, the butterfly. You know, the caterpillar has to disappear to become what it was always meant to be. And I think, you know, that kind of notion is something that is really dear to me. And I've been through some really horrible, nasty times in life. You know, I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but that has given me my butterfly moment, and now I feel free and I feel happy, and I'm so blessed to you know, have recognised that you don't have to be a caterpillar your whole life. Dennis says, I have 2 black cats. Love black cats. I love all cats. I would, like, literally every time I see an animal on a photo shoot, when I'm at work, even walking down the street, I have to, like, I'm in a park and I'm like tickling dogs. I absolutely love them. They're just such lovely souls, and yeah, I just love animals and children. Caesar says, hola. Hi, Caesar. Mark says, hello from Fiji. Hi, Mark from Fiji. Rick says, I love always. You make my day and night. Just great to listen to you. Wake you up, my dear. I must go now. Have a great day. Have a nice day, Rick. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Dennis says, my wife has many tattoos. Yeah, whatever makes you happy, guys. Tattoo, I think, is a form of body art. It's a self-expression. And it's something that you can have and cherish forever. So, you know, I'm all for tattoos, and I really do love them. I'm getting addicted to them, as you've probably seen. Mohad has kissy faces. Thank you, Mohad. Chris says, thanks for making my day. Thank you for joining me, Chris. Richard says, my brother's dog, Gunner, is here. Oh, love doggy dogs. What dog is it? Is Gunner a breed of dog, or is that the name of the dog? I guess there's like thousands of breeds, isn't there? So, yeah, every time I see a dog I don't know, I'm like, oh, I need to find out what breed this is. Rick says, have a great dog, only he is my BFF. Yeah, like, dogs are best friends, definitely. And they're just so there. You know, they don't judge, they're not cruel, they're just lovely. Sandy says, I'm waving back at you and smiling. Yay, Sandy. Waving to my darling. Ted says, good morning, Ted. Antonio says, do you like soccer? So soccer here is called football. And yes, I will watch it, but you know, I don't religiously follow it, so I don't support a team. If it's on the TV, if it's like, you know, people playing football in a park, I will watch it. I do enjoy playing it. Don't do it very often, but yes, I guess so. What's your favourite soccer team, wherever you are? Richard says he's a boxer cross. Oh, so my daughter's grandmother has boxers, and they're so lovely. Like, I love how kind of firm they are. Like, when you can just touch them and they're like, ooh, little boxer dogs. And their faces, adorable. They're just so cute. But yeah, boxer dogs to me are quite firm. Like their bodies, like when you're stroking them, they always have really silky fur, just tight, smooth, silky fur. It's lovely. Eric says, good morning, TK. Always a joy to see you on Facebook. Good morning, my darlings. It's actually afternoon here. It's nearly 4 o'clock. Oh, nearly 4 in the afternoon. No wonder the kids want a snack. Afreed says, hi, I love you. Hi, Afreed. Love to you all. Arju says hi. I'm really sorry if I say your names wrong, but try my best to pronounce them. Richard says, are you in the UK? Yes, I am, Richard. Southeast London. Yassine says, give me your beautiful smile. Sorry, I'm a right numpty. I'm a complete geek. You know, I find smiling like really weird. Not weird, but I think when I smile, I'm like Wallace and Gromit. I like Gromit. But then I like it when you just normally smile. You know, you're not thinking about it. Because when you think about doing something, like if someone says, you know, pose for the camera, then I'm like, ah. If someone's just like, oh, you're right, and then I'm like, and then that's when you get the nicest kind of expressions, I think. Is when someone's not saying, can you do this? Like if you just naturally do it. It's weird, because then you're not thinking about it, and you're just you know. Yassine, again, sorry, rereading your comment. Dennis says, I like English Bull Terriers. Yeah, now I'm going to need to Google this, because bull terriers, I'm thinking they look like bulldogs. No, taller than bulldogs. Oh, I'm not sure. If you put a load of dogs next to each other and you told me their breeds, I'd be able to pick them out. If you say the word, like in my head, I kind of make a little Franken dog, like a Frankenstein. I put different images of different dogs together, and I'm like, oh no, I've just combined dogs. I was thinking of that one or that one, you know, like, I'm quite bad with stuff like that. MG says, hi. And Ricky says, I love you. Thank you, my darlings. So, halfway through the week, have you been to the gym yet? Yes or no? You should have done. I hope you have. Because you've got to be consistent, my darlings, with lifestyles. Richard says, are you single? Yes, I'm single. I am single, and I will probably stay single for the rest of my life. Because relationships are freaking crazy. Sorry, that's my oven steaming up while I'm just testing these chippity doodles. Oh, look at these bad boys. They look good. You know, I'm going to put them a few more minutes, but I'm going to turn it down low. I want it to be nice and crunchy. Yes, I believe that being single actually is much healthier for your states of mind. You don't have to put up with being treated badly, because everything's on your own terms then, and I really do appreciate that. I have had the misfortune of knowing nice, or rather not so nice, cheaters, liars, adulterers, you know, and I just think I am happier not being in a relationship, because I actually think, much like marriage, that you don't need a piece of paper to prove that you love someone. And actually, I don't think I probably won't ever get married, because I've just been put off for life. Which is probably a good thing, because it means that I'm not with the wrong person anymore. I'm a lot happier being on my own. Equally, I think you can be around someone without being in a relationship with them, have all the perks of a relationship, but then you're not, you know, you haven't put this title on it. You haven't said we're boyfriend and girlfriend. You can just be like, I'm single, you're single. If you're going to cheat, you're going to cheat. It doesn't matter, because you're not in a relationship. And that's just how I kind of feel. I would never, well, as I stand now, I don't think I could ever put my trust into another man, because of how I've been treated in the past. And that doesn't mean that I won't ever trust another man. I just don't think I'm ready to trust again. I don't think I'm ready to give. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. I much prefer being single, and then, you know, if someone's been texting someone else, or someone's been taking someone else out to dinner, someone's been sleeping with someone else, I'm like, well, so what? It's okay. I don't mind. I'm not with them. They're not my boyfriend. It's not my problem. So, yeah, that's kind of where I am. And I've just spent so many years alone, 4 years on my own. Yes, I have dated in them 4 years. Probably for about 2.5 of those years I was dating. But I wasn't somebody's girlfriend. So, to me, I see that I've been single for 4 years. And, you know, you just kind of think, if this isn't going to turn into a future together, then you don't want to waste each other's time. So, yeah, I still get on with everyone that I've ever dated, apart from my ex, which is a little bit awkward, just one ex. But apart from that, yeah, no, I think, you know, you can't expect somebody to be your everything if you're not ready for that, or if they don't fit in with your lifestyle. You can't force them to be the way that you need them to be. If you haven't met the right person, don't try and make them the right person. Just say, okay, I appreciate you for you and your qualities, but that's not entirely what I'm looking for, so that's fine. And I don't have like massively high standards. You know, I don't look for Brad Pitts in life. If anything, I like people that don't think they're God's gift and don't have a six-pack, and, you know, normal, honest, hardworking, good, decent people. That's who I prefer. And looks don't really draw me in that much, because I think, you know, how someone looks now, they're not going to look in a year or 10 years time, or even 5 years time. So if you go out with someone because they've got good teeth, well, your teeth are going to fall out. You go out with someone because they've got lovely hair, your hair's going to fall out and go grey. So, you know, don't base dating on how someone looks, because if you fall in love with someone because of how they look on the outside, that's not going to last. Dennis says, I'm sorry things haven't worked out for you. No, do you know what? I'm actually really pleased that they haven't worked out. As weird as that sounds, but oh my God, like, I didn't realise until everything ended that I was a domestic abuse victim. I had no clue. No clue. And the crap I went through and the way I was treated and what it did to me emotionally as a woman, I didn't understand that I deserved any better than that. So actually, I'm glad that it didn't work out. I'm glad that I don't have somebody hurting me on a regular basis anymore. And it's a release, it's freedom, and I've never been treated so bloody well by men as I am now, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm 100% grateful to have my eyes opened and to be away from something that is so unhealthy and toxic. Yassine says, be mine if you're single and not in a relationship. Life should not be taken for granted. I don't want that to fade away. Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. I think, like, do you know what? I've just got so used to being my own person and not having to shrink or shy away. You know, not having to say, oh, I'm not going to tell this joke because I might offend my boyfriend, or I can't wear this dress because my boyfriend will get jealous. I love not having to worry. I love just being me, unashamedly, unequivocally, you know, just 100% me. And that's something that we rarely get to experience in life because, you know, my whole life I'd spent in relationships from one to the next to the next. I'd never really spent time alone. And even though I'm around people, even though, you know, I'll go to dinner or like be in a kind of physical relationship with someone, I'm not in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship because I like to be able to lead my life. And that's not to say that I would not be with someone because I want to be alone. Is that if it isn't the right person for me, I'm happy to go on alone until I meet the right one. And in the meantime, you can still enjoy being in someone's company. You can still do everything that people love to do. You know, you don't stop living life. You just say, you know, this isn't going to have a long-term future, so we're not going to waste each other's time, but we're going to enjoy being around each other. Ruan says, you know, you follow your heart and go for personality because that counts a lot. Yeah, personality, hands down, over anything. I would never go for looks, ever. Ridiculous. You have to have somebody that you are ultimately friends with, because you're going to spend your whole life together if that's what you plan to do. You know, you can both be hit by a bus tomorrow. Nobody knows how long you have left. Richard says, you're beautiful, you're down to earth and honest, and I love that. Thank you. Thanks, guys. But yeah, I mean, when you're in a nursing home, personality, you want to be nudging each other, racing on mobility scooters, you know, like having that little twinkle in your eye, that little bit of mischievousness, that banter, that kind of connection that will not die with time. You're always going to have that spark between you. And yet physical attraction is important, I agree, but it's not going to last. You know, so many people that have been married all these years, and when the looks fade, they're just miserable old people. Like, what? I'd rather be like a decrepit, happy, cheerful, happy-go-lucky old woman, rather than thinking like, oh, my husband's going to leave me because he wants someone that's younger and better looking. You know, like, how is that a happy marriage or whatever? That's not a happy relationship. Ruan says, you have a strong heart though. Yeah, you kind of get that from breaking your heart. Having your heart broken and been trod on and shit on by arseholes. It makes you stronger. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for every arsehole I've ever met. I will shake their hands happily, 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 my darlings. So yes, that's why I love life, because I don't have somebody trying to control me or be horrible to me. Dennis says, you are enough. Thank you. Thank you. I just think life's too short to try and please somebody else. You should just be yourself, and if they're happy around you, if they enjoy being in your company, they look forward to seeing you, they appreciate you, that is a bonus. It's a bonus. If they don't get all cut up about it. You know, don't think there's something wrong with you. If somebody fails to see what makes you you, if somebody doesn't respect and appreciate you, move on. Like, literally, why weight yourself down with something that isn't meant to be? You know, if you can find happiness on your own, as I have, then anything above that is a bonus. Richard says, shake it again. Shake what? Shake what, Richard? So my chippies are ready for my little darlings. My little darlings. I'm going to plate these up and give them their little snack, and I'm going to wish you all a lovely afternoon. Richard says, can I have some of that lovely food? Yes, I like the little scrumpy ones that you leave the skins on. It's all crunchy. Oh yeah, fluffy in the middle, crunchy on the outside. Love Katy Perry. She's so out there, isn't she? Oh, gorgeous. So my darlings, sending you all my love as always. I hope that I haven't twisted your ear too much. That's what happens when girls have periods. We want to eat chips and rant. I hope you have a lovely hump day halfway through the week. How are you going to end this week? How are you going to make it amazing? I'm going to see some friends and see my family. Ruan says, I'd like to get some more advice from you. My members only website, vip.tracykiss.com. I have an inbox of where I answer every single message I receive. I can't do that on social media because it just overflows. So guys, if you want to get in touch with me, vip.tracykiss.com. Naseem says, do you speak Arabic? No, I speak English and French. And Richard says, And Zubir says, well-toned figure. Well, there you go, guys. 29 with 2 kids eating chips. Love you lots, guys. I'll catch up with you soon, and thanks for joining me.